Hi Gemini, I hope you're doing great. This is your horoscope for 2019. Now, what I'm interested in is looking at the major events in 2019, how they're going to impact you. And I also want to know overall whether you're going to have a good year or not such a good year. Okay, so let's have a look. The year starts with eclipse season in January. So on the 6th of January, we have a solar eclipse in Capricorn, and that happens in your 8th house of other people. So it's also a new moon. It pulls loads of Capricorn energy into the chart. So this is an eclipse, so it's interrupted and it lasts for 6 months, so until June. So the big talent that you've got is to really work for other people, which means that the Geminis who are self-employed or who want to make themselves self-employed aren't going to find it that easy. Your big talent lies in working with others who either have an established business or who are working and who help you transform your career. So in the first half of the year, if you are employed, look out for a promotion or more money. If you're retired, look at don't be surprised if you suddenly develop some new unusual taste or interest that you never thought you would have become interested in. Now, on the 21st of January, we have a supermoon in Leo. And a supermoon is when the moon is about 5 to 15% larger than it usually is, and because it's closer to us, it's bigger, it affects us even more. So this is another eclipse. It's a total lunar eclipse. So the effects of this also last for 6 months. And this one is in Leo, in your 3rd house of communication. So the great thing is that, or the thing that, it is a great thing because the moon is what gives you a sense of ease and comfort. At 5 degrees, it's about freedom, and Leo is about being in the spotlight, promoting yourself, being a leader, and the 3rd house is communication. So these eclipses, first of all, set you up to give you lots of good luck in your existing job and working with others. And then second, eclipse gives you the talent to be a leader and to speak well. So you can become a leader in your existing business. You can just take on that role and get the promotions going. So you have a good year when it comes to the first 6 months of communicating who you are and your talents and getting other people to notice that. On the slide, Jupiter and Venus have been sitting in your 7th house of relationships. So the first 6 months of the year, you really don't have to worry about relationships. If you're single, there will be lots of opportunities for dating. If you're in a relationship, it will just get better and better. That's something you're really blessed with. Jupiter being good luck and good fortune. Now in February, on the 19th, we have a supermoon in Virgo, and that happens in your 4th house of family. So a supermoon, again, it has a stronger effect on you, and you're really going to want to create some order within your existing family unit. Watch out for becoming overly critical and applying work-like rules to your family. No one likes to be told what to do. On the 6th of March, Uranus goes back into Taurus. Now, you may wonder, hang on, isn't it in Taurus at the moment? Yes, it is. But later on this year, it's going to retrograde back into Aries, and then it goes direct, and it goes into Taurus on the 6th of March. That's Uranus, and it's in your 12th house of spirituality and spiritual strength, along with Mars at 13 degrees in Taurus. So it brings technological and financial change in itself, but it also gives you a huge idea of how you can take abstract concepts and make that your work and help other people doing that, and take your spiritual and intuitive and creative gifts and to somehow make those practical and to really thrive in your career. So in March, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, you've got 5 things in your house of career. So I would really suggest that you focus on your career, your employment, making the most of it for the first couple of months of 2019, because you're really going to progress and do very well. On the 20th of March, we've got another supermoon. This one is in Libra, and it's in your 5th house of romance and romantic relationships. So another wonderful time for love and romance, finding friendships, and really not being hurt and having a positive experience. Now, April and May are quieter for you. It's more about socializing, April in particularly. May is about trying to ground yourself and really feeling connected to something bigger, probably the earth, or feeling that maybe the job being out of control or job changes happening. You start to see yourself as someone who can be more themselves. You don't have to censor yourself so much, and you can express what you want, and ideally you can really transform what you're doing in your own personal work. I get the feeling that yes, if you're working for others, you'll do well, you'll thrive, you'll succeed. But what I feel intuitively for you guys, Gemini, is that yeah, you need a newspaper to write your words down and be read, fine. I also want you to do something that's totally independent and not just for other people, okay? So that you don't have to make money with that, but just do something on the side as well, just to keep you sharp. It might help you later on. Now in June, Neptune and Jupiter start to square each other, and that happens 3 times this year. It happens in January, in June, and in December. And Jupiter is in your 7th house, and Neptune at this stage is in your 10th. Okay, so the good luck of relationships is really going to conflict with the dreams you have for your work. So January, June, and December are times where you feel a push and pull between love and work. And sometimes you can't do both. You're going to have to choose one or the other. Now, July brings the next eclipse season, and this is what's going to affect you for the rest of the year. So the first eclipse is on the 2nd of July, and that is in Cancer, and it happens in your 2nd house of money and belongings on top of your North Node in Cancer. So this is a beautiful way of nurturing and helping other people in a practical way. So you'll want to work now in a way that helps others. And if you're employed, hopefully you've been employed to senior manager or CEO or COO because you want to now be charitable and help other people. If you're self-employed, you can just make that decision. But for the next 6 months, you're going to want to use your money and your work to be of service to other people. The next eclipse happens on the 16th, and that's a partial lunar eclipse. And that happens, in your 8th house of work. So it says that you have the ability, such great work ethic, such a great way to work. You're going to be blessed with that over the next 6 months. So from July until December, dear Gemini, please find a way to work at something. You know what I said? I had a kind of a notion of it earlier. You know when I said do something on the side that doesn't have to pay necessarily? From July until the end of the year, you're going to want to be of service and work at something which is going to nurture and heal other people. So maybe you do Reiki healing on the side or volunteer or do something like that. But you're not going to be satisfied if you're not doing that kind of work. August is really all about communication, being a leader and putting yourself in the spotlight. So you have a dream in terms of what you can achieve now, and you've seen something that's upset you and you really speak out. You're going to be the most vocal in August this year. In September we have another one of those mysterious Jupiter-Neptune squares, and it's in your 7th and your 10th. So you're going to have to choose between relationship and work. And the first two I would say choose work, because no, the first one I'd say choose work. The second one here in September, choose relationship. Give yourself a break. In October, most of the energy still is about romantic relationships and trying to build something there. So use August, September, October to look at relationships, improving your existing relationship if you're in one, or finding a new partnership if you're interested. That's really going to be fulfilling. If you're not interested in relationships, keep working at what it is you're doing and put more of your emotion into the work as a substitute, so to speak, so you don't feel bored and you don't feel unfulfilled. In November, on the 11th, Mercury moves across the sun, and it actually moves across the sun in front of it so we can see it. And that happens in your 6th house, and your transiting midheaven is there. So real information about your work gets put into your head in November and you figure it out. And then finally December, again, Jupiter and Neptune square each other. Jupiter is now in your 8th. So choose work again this time and what it is you love. So I don't think it's the easiest year for you. I think it's a year of discovering who you are, whether you're employed or self-employed, whether you want to communicate something of your own, or whether you're happy to work for other people. It's a year of personal development, transformation, and the second half especially, you're going to really be of service to others, and that takes away from like a corporate, money making job. So it may be a complicated year for you with lots of choices to make, but you have a great support system around you and a great work ethic, and as long as you rely on that and you connect with your higher power to calm the chaos a little bit, you'll really be able to be very productive, to make a lot of progress in your working life, and to really understand yourself much better by the end of 2019. So that's what I get for you for the year 2019. If you'd like a private reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to order your reading. Please remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel. I do daily tarot readings, weekly horoscopes for all signs of the zodiac, monthly horoscopes, these yearly horoscopes. So check out some of my other channels. Please subscribe. And in my personal readings, I use the Astrology, Tarot, and Numerology to see what your life purpose is, what your vocational aptitudes are, what's destined for you in love and money and health and travel, relationships, and I can also answer any of your questions. So if you are interested, please visit the website and subscribe. No, don't subscribe. Click the readings tab and order your reading. If you do want to subscribe, please do if you enjoy these videos. Have a wonderful 2019, and I will speak to you soon.